Man, believe in God. That's the biggest one. Believe in God, be yourself, and play your game, bro. If you're a hooper, just stay true to what you do and be the best you can be. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, bro. You got to believe in God. Every step, everywhere you go, you got to always have faith in God. It don't matter if he not looking at you, if he not like looking down on you at that time, but just know he always got your back. As long as you believe in him, you're going to go anywhere. But I love basketball, but man, this education going to make my mama proud. You feel me? It ain't all about you. You feel me? You got to think about the other people that believe in you and other people that want you to succeed.
It's season 5 and you still haven't subscribed to the show? Shame on you. Honestly. It's a shame. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's your choice. I really would appreciate it though if you did hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a show. We're in season 5, so I want to say that I appreciate anybody that's been tuned in since season 1, or even if this is your first time ever tuning in. I really appreciate the support. Man, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. But like I said, make sure you subscribe and make sure you please smash that like button. I'm not going to start the video until you smash the like button. Seriously, smash the like button. All right, let's go. Gshan Aldridge, welcome to the show, bro.
Good, buddy.
Not much. First off, I want to say thank you for coming on here, taking the time to do this. It means a lot to me. Really appreciate it. Santa Fe, yeah, Santa Fe right now. My school for the past 2 years. You know, it's only right I had to wear my Santa Fe hoodie today. For this,
I had a shirt. You feel me?
I had to rip. Had to rip. But yeah, you're at Santa Fe right now. First, just talk to me about what's been going on there. Y'all off to a real hot start. Ranked in the country this year. Tough loss the other day, but I'm sure y'all gonna bounce back. Just talk to me about how you guys started off so far.
Man, we started off with a chip on our shoulder. You feel me? It wasn't even no questions asked. It was like, man, we got to make a statement. We got a lot of sophomores here, bro. You know, they good. We good. You feel me? And we ain't trying to. We got to make it out of this JUCO thing. It ain't easy as everybody think it is. You feel me? So we got to make a statement. We got to get our looks. You know.
Most definitely. I think that's major for sure. Y'all started off with a big dub over FSW. Last year, we played FSW in a scrimmage. It wasn't an official game, but we lost to them by like 8, 10, 6, around there. So I kind of felt like y'all definitely had a chance to get the dub. They obviously they're a good team and stuff, but you know it's basketball at the end of the day. Anybody could win. Come to play, like you said. Y'all had a chip on y'all shoulder, and y'all clearly carried that momentum out so far throughout the beginning of the season.
That game was like that was like like you said, that was a statement game, man. Like they was one of the top teams in the country, you know. So we knew if we won that game right there, we was just gonna be some dogs ready to get it. So that's what we needed right there.
For sure. I think when I saw y'all get that dub, I think we had a game that day too, or we had practice. I remember getting to my phone, seeing that y'all had won, and that was major for sure. I'm definitely happy for y'all and the start that y'all having for sure.
I appreciate it.
You grew up in Jacksonville, Florida. Talk to me about your upbringing in Jacksonville, what it was like coming up there.
Man, Jacksonville is a tough city, man. It don't matter where you grow up at, on the north, the south, east, or the west. It's always a struggle, you feel me? Like, it ain't nothing easy, bro. So Jacksonville was something like, man, you make it out of Jacksonville, it's something that's amazing, you feel me? So growing up in Jacksonville was hard, but I feel like I'm on my way out. I kind of did make it out. I ain't go too far, but my next step going to be big.
For sure. Most definitely. I think that's really what it's all about, just making your next move your best move, like they say. So definitely. What does the city mean to you?
Man, that's home. You feel me? I feel like I got the biggest support system in the world right there. Everybody believe in me. And then that's all I need, really. Like, I only need my mama to believe in me. But knowing that everybody got that faith in me and believe that I can be somebody great, man, that means the world for real.
I think that's definitely major as well. Just having that. A lot of people don't have that. Not everybody has parents or a parent or anybody really that's supporting their dreams and what they want to do, chasing what they want to chase. So I think that's definitely major as well. Obviously, you play basketball. You're at Santa Fe College. You've been playing college basketball this your second year. Talk to me about how you got introduced to basketball. Who put the ball into your hands?
Man, I give it to my pops. You feel me? He grew up playing basketball in New York. You feel me? He was one of the best players in New York type jump. So when I was born, he came to Jacksonville. He showed me what to do with that rock. I was like, I was like, I want to learn how to do that too. You feel me? So he showed me a couple things, and I just started loving the game, man. It's crazy.
Most definitely. Your pops is a big influence on your game, but who are some people that you grew up watching when you first started watching basketball, and who do you continue to watch?
Man, his prime is gone, but man, Rondo, he was that point guard to be watched. I just love his game. You know, he wasn't always that point guard that had to look good. He had to score to look good. You feel me? Or he had to make a three from half court to be called a great shooter or anything like that. You feel me? Like he was a solid point guard that got his teammates involved, got everybody open, played defense. He did the small things. And watching that grow up, man, I was like, I ain't as long and linky as he is, but if I do those small things, I can be great too.
Definitely. Rajon Rondo, I think a lot of people just sleep on him, especially people, younger kids that didn't get to see that prime that you were talking about. Like I remember watching Rondo have 15 and 15, 20 and 20s, like crazy games. Definitely.
Man, nice.
Yeah, I definitely remember Rajon Rondo being Rajon Rondo. Even in college, he was a real thing too. So yeah, definitely. I like that. I like to hear that. A lot of people don't mention him when they think about players that they idolize or watch growing up, for sure. When did you start to take the game serious? When did you know it was something that you wanted to do more than just for fun?
Man, I started playing when I was 8, but I'll say I started really, really taking it serious in middle school. First middle school game, I went dumb. I went for like 30-7. First middle school game, like first game I ever played in middle school. I was just shooting, bro. I was just letting it go. You feel me? Having fun. You feel me? Just enjoying the game. And after that, I was like, as much fun as I'm having, I can really go somewhere with this. You feel me? Like I can really be great. Like I can go pro. Like just give me a couple more years of me just working hard and being the best I can be, and I think it can be possible.
Most definitely. When you realized that, what did that time look like? What did those days, those nights, those mornings look like when you started to turn your grind up?
Man, it was struggles. You feel me? You ever go a day when you just can't hit a jump shot, but like you just shooting and you ain't making it, and it's like, why am I doing this? Like, why is it not going in? You start to question yourself. Why my shot not getting better? You feel me? But as you keep progressing on and on, not those days, you got to remember that even though you're missing or you're making something, you got to remember you're still getting better. And once you see that on the court, once you see that progression, it's like, man, I think I can go higher. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I had an AAU coach when I was younger. We used to work on, like, this is when I was a real kid, when I was just getting to like know the real fundamentals and working on my game and stuff. And I remember we would just shoot in practice. We would do shooting drills, certain spots and stuff. And our coach used to always tell us, he would say, you shoot 1,000 shots to make one. And like back then, he would always say that. He would have us say it too, but I ain't really know what it meant for real. But like now when I'm at this level, at the level I'm at now, I think like that's really why you work so hard. Like you shoot your shots, you get your shots up just so that when you get your opportunity in the game, you're confident enough and you got the reps up to knock one down or knock two down. You don't get 100 shots or 500 shots in the game, but if you can make your 1, 2, 3, however many you get, then that's what matters. That's what matters for real.
Bro.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. After middle school, you went to University Christian. Talk to me about what it was like getting to high school and your high school experience.
Well, first I went to Terry Parker, but after I left, I went there my 9th and 10th grade year. After I left Terry Parker, I went to University Christian. But I'll say at University Christian, man, it was a Christian school. You feel me? So it was more of like get these books. You feel me? Like we in these books. As much as you want to play basketball, we got to make sure you got your education first. So going to a University Christian school for 2 years, focus on them books, graduated with like a 3.2 GPA. Man, I was like, but I love basketball, but man, this education gonna make my mama proud. You feel me? It ain't all about you. You feel me? You got to think about the other people that believe in you and other people that want you to succeed.
Most definitely. I think that's major for sure. My mom a teacher, so She always been on me
Yeah.
with my grades, and that's carried on for sure. Talk to me about the difference. You said you went from public school to a private school. What was the difference? Obviously, you just mentioned education, but what were some of the differences between public school in Jacksonville and your private school that you went to?
Man, lit. Just public school, I just had freedom. Like, just I was able to do anything I want, like without getting in trouble. I ain't saying I was, a bad child. I was just able to, just literally just have fun, like nothing else. Just it's public school. Get somebody to do your work for you. Okay, and then go in the gym, work on my game. It was basically just like have fun in basketball, public school. I got to that Christian school. They was kind of strict. Hey, we need you to get this education. After school, you can go in the gym. But from 8 to 2, 8 to 3, you got to be locked in on these books. So that was kind of the difference. Having fun and locked in on the schoolwork for real.
Most definitely. I went to a public school for high school, and I went to private and charter schools before high school, and I definitely could tell the difference once I got to public school. Just first off, just the amount of kids, like you obviously the freedom that you're talking about, you get that because there's less teachers, there's a less faculty to work with you at a public school and private school. At private school is mostly you got more one-on-one time with your teachers. Sometimes, a lot of times you got better teachers that care more in a sense. So I definitely know the difference. I know what you're saying about that, the difference between public and private school for sure.
Yeah.
What was your basketball career like at University Christian? What were you able to accomplish?
Man, I'll say went to state my 12th grade year. I think we won. It was a lot of achievements though. I think we won every tournament we played in. We won district. We won region. We won like region 4. We was in one of the toughest regions in Florida. We had Snyder, Providence, PK Young, and man, mostly all those kids was going D1. They was going high major, but we beat all those. Made it to the state Final Four. Lost there, but man, just going to a school that never had anything, like University Christian wasn't that good in basketball. And just going there, making a statement, leaving a mark, you feel me? It was just one of the best things that could happen to a kid in high school.
Most definitely. What was that state championship like, or that state championship run like? Y'all played my dog, Sam Griffin. Talk to me about that, getting to Lakeland. What was that experience like?
Man, it was amazing, you feel me, man? Sam, he's a good kid. Like, that man can hoop for real, but I was already going into the game like I'm finna kill. Like, it ain't nobody that can guard me, and I'm finna get my team this dub. I think I had like 7, 9, and 5, 7 points, 9 assists, 5 steals. Like the game was outrageous. Crowd was going crazy. Everybody was lit. Probably the best game of the day. But we came out with an L. Apparently Sam was hooping. I think he had like 18. But other than that, man, that's the best experience you can have in high school. Just going out, having fun, achieving goals like that. For real.
Definitely. I think even though y'all took an L, I think that's life-changing. Like, I could tell by the way you started talking about it, like you're just reliving that, being able to go
to just reliving it, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's something that most people, I never got a chance to make it to Lakeland. That's a lot of people's dreams coming up in high school. A lot of people don't get the chance to play college ball. So even the guys that made it to state championships and lost one that never played college, that might be the biggest achievement of their life as far as sports go. So I definitely get that for sure.
Heck yeah, man.
You left University Christian, graduated. What was your recruiting process like? How did you choose Florida State College Jacksonville?
Shoot, that's a kind of. It was more like a self-faith plan. I didn't want to take the JUCO route. You feel me? I felt like it was going to be pretty devastating if I like went JUCO. It was heavy on my brain. I had a couple like D2s, NEIA, even had a couple D1s, but it was like what would be best for me? You know, if I go D2, am I really living up to my best ability? If I go NEIA, like my brain was just everywhere. I wasn't really focused on the next step. I was only thinking about then and now. But going JUCO, bro, going to FSCJ, probably the best move I could have done, man. Like, it was a lot of coaches reaching out to me after the season. Like, they was like, son, you had a really good season. And, man, I want you to come to my program. Like, without that JUCO experience right there, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Most definitely. I think looking back on my experience coming out of high school, and pretty much everybody's like, unless you just a high major or sure cut Division I talent, like, or Division II, like if you know you got your mindset or you got people that's really just been there before to help you make the right decisions, be looking at the right things, like it's pretty hard for anybody to make those kind of decisions. You making long-term decisions, really. I mean, JUCO is less long-term because more than likely you're going to be there for 2 years, but it still is where you're going to live at, your college education, your college experience. Like, and obviously everybody wants to go D1 or play this school, this level. But I think it's definitely real tough recruiting, any kind of recruiting that you get at all, like just making a decision for yourself that has so much weight at such a young age. So I definitely
that's really what it was. It was like, man, if I go to a 4-year, because I want to, I want to go pro, so I want to start early as possible to get where I need to be. So it was like, man, if I go to this 4-year, I can start working my way up to be a pro. But if I go JUCO, that's like a kind of 2 years like back. You feel me? But man, when you look at like today, right now, even though I went JUCO to JUCO, man, I look at it right now and I'd be like, this top 10 best decisions I ever made in my life. Happy.
Most definitely. Last year, the COVID year, your first year in college. Talk to me about how last year went.
Man, that was stressful. You feel me? Because I ain't played straight out of high school, so that was already hell right there. But for me to finally get to step on that court and not have the support system that I actually wanted to be able to play at the college level, because most kids, like you said, most kids don't get to play out of high school. Man, to be able to play at the college level and not have the support I really actually could have had, it was kind of devastating, man. Like it took my heart away. It made everything less fun, but I pushed through it. I still got to play basketball. I still got to make a statement. I still got to put my name out there. It was, like I said, man, I still had fun with it, even though COVID was a real big, kick at the butt. You feel me? Like, it's crazy.
Definitely. I think for anybody that I talked to or anybody in life, period, like last year was just a lot for everybody, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, like we talk about how stressed and like how hard it was for us just as college athletes. But I think a lot of the time, like I lose sight and we lose sight of like real life. Like people was really out here passing away, losing loved ones, not having their jobs, like all kind of craziness. So I kind of like, obviously it's your life. So you're thinking about the hardships that you're going through and the tough things you're going through. But when I start to feel like that, I always try to think back to like, it could always be worse and like what other people was going through in real life. So
I don't know. That was worse, bro. That was bad. Like, just think about it. You hooping, and any given time, people could die. You feel me? Like, it. Like I said, it was devastating. COVID it didn't just take a toll on you, just sports. It took it emotionally, physically, mentally. It was killing you, bro. That's why most people just took a break from basketball. So, but I wasn't one of them. You feel me? We stayed strong. We stayed through it. You feel me? So, we got to keep going. We got to see how the end of the road look.
Definitely. Most definitely, for sure. If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. After the season last year, you decided to make a move. You're at Santa Fe College right now. Talk to me about what went into that decision and how things are going so far.
Man, it was more like it was more like a conversation with everybody. Gee, man, you're doing this, you're doing that, averaging 11.75. If you can do that again, man, you can get some good looks, this, that, and the third. Just listening to everybody else. But I really should have just listened to myself and made my own decision. That's what I feel like I didn't do. I didn't make my own given decision. I was listening to everybody else. But I ain't going to say it wasn't the best decision. I believe going JUCO was more like it wasn't like a backwards plan. It was more like a smart plan to me. You feel me? Like, I'm going to another JUCO to get looked at. If I can average 11.75 again, I feel like it'll open more doors up for me. I feel like I'll be able to get somewhere higher, which I did. I had some NAIA looks, and now I committed to a D2 school. So hopefully everything just will keep working out the way it's supposed to.
Most definitely. I think a lot of people talk about averages. Obviously, that stuff is important, but the situation that you're in right now, like I don't think I can't say that there's no chance, but you probably wouldn't have been in that situation this year if you stayed at the same school. And even if you don't average those numbers that you said, as long as you just play good, the way that y'all are playing and playing together, getting dubs, like I feel like you got a chance to keep doing big things. You obviously already committed to your school, but it's always good to win, and it's good for everybody else too. It's good for you mentally, everything. It's always good to win. Everything better when you win it. So I definitely don't think, like you said, it wasn't a backwards step. I think it was a positive step, a forward step. So congrats on committing to your school and also being a part of a winning program right now for sure.
Yeah, man, 10-2 so far, man. We got to keep it up though. Everybody hurt. We only played with 6 yesterday, so but we gonna get to it, but we gonna be straight.
Like we already mentioned previously and just now, y'all off to a real good start. Talk to me about how your season started, how it started in the preseason, y'all being ready for Florida Southwestern at the crib at the beginning of the year, getting a big win, and just how you guys have continued to just string together wins and playing together, playing good together. How's everything been so far?
Man, preseason was hell. Like we wasn't clicking, we wasn't on. Nobody was on the right track. Everybody was just every man for themselves, and it just looked bad. I don't know what kicked in. I don't know what button we pressed as a team. I don't know what it was. I think it was a team bowling. We went like team bowling, and after that, like that was like right before the Florida Southwestern game. After that, everything just been clicking. We've been working as a team everywhere, practice, outside of practice, on the court, game day, everything. Man, it's just we really, man. I ain't gonna say we unbeatable, but we a really good team that Santa Fe ain't had in a long time, and I think we can make some noise, bro.
Most definitely. I think looking at y'all, how y'all play together and what y'all have done so far, y'all definitely on the right track. You got to make sure, obviously, like you said, health, that's always important. And then, two, just when you get into conference play, like our conference, that conference is one of the best conferences in the country. So you got to make sure that y'all come to play every night and just leave it all out there on the court. Like, y'all got the talent, the pieces, the coaching, everything y'all need. So I think y'all got a real bright future if y'all keep it together for sure.
We don't underestimate no teams. We try to beat teams by 150. You feel me? We go out there and play hard every game. Like our next game is Tuesday. We go out. We're gonna go out there and play hard. We got to make noise. You feel me? We can't let up. We take our foot off the gas, and teams don't think they can beat us. I mean, any team can be beat, but that's not the goal. That's not what you want to. How you say that's not how you want to present yourself, that you can be beat. You want to go out there thinking ain't nobody can beat y'all. You feel me?
For sure.
That's how we're gonna go out there Tuesday.
Most definitely. What are some of your goals team wise that you want to accomplish this year for the rest of the season?
10-2 right now. Well, some of the goals, I say one goal is I don't want to lose at our home court. No games we should lose on that Santa Fe court. I believe we should go undefeated on that Santa Fe basketball court. Another goal, man, we got to make it to that. We got to make it to that Region 8 tournament, that also the state tournament, because I believe we the best team in the Region 8, one of the best teams in the country. You feel me? We making a statement right now. And we keep going, we're gonna be straight. But the biggest goal of them all, I want to go to Hutch, and ain't no better goal than that. I want to go to Hutch. You know, have that experience, be able to tell my kids that, yeah, man, I've been here, I did that. You feel me? Like this JUCO level ain't as easy as everybody think it is. Going to Hutch is a big accomplishment, and that's what I want to do.
For sure. Like you said, JUCO, being a part of the JUCO life isn't as easy as people think or people say it is. What's some advice you would give to somebody that's thinking about going JUCO or that's in the JUCO process that might need it?
Man, to all my young fellow kids, going JUCO, don't go in here. I would say never going into JUCO thinking this is easy, or man, it's JUCO, who cares, or man, I'm finna kill at this level. You go into JUCO, you got to be a dog, straight up. You can't come in here too confident, too cocky, too laid back, too lazy. You only here for 2 years, man. You got to be a dog. You got to make a statement. You feel me? You got to show everybody what you're capable of. And then if you can't do that, then I don't know. JUCO ain't for you, because JUCO is a tough road to take.
Like we mentioned previously, you already committed to your school for the next couple of years. Elizabeth City State University, Division II school. Talk to me about what your recruiting process was like and what made you choose that school.
The recruiting process, it wasn't that tough. but it was more like he was one of the top school, one of the first coaches to believe in me. You know, he had he done seen me play for 3 years, and he been watching me over time. And it was like, as I like the offers I had and just the love he was giving, it was just like it couldn't be outmatched. You know, just for a coach to see how much he believed in you, how much he want to be a part of your program, how much he wants you to be a part of his program. It can't be no better than that. You feel me? So the process wasn't that hard. It was very straight on, straightforward, and I'm happy I committed that, man. Good top best decision I done made.
How important is it to have a coach that believes in you, and how much does that change your game playing for somebody that you know believes in you?
Man, it's amazing. You feel me? You go into a program knowing the coach believes in you. You ain't got to worry. You ain't got no doubts. You ain't got to be so stressed out about nothing. Just go in there and play your game. You know what you're capable of. You don't got to be trying to do too much or trying not to do less. Just go in there and play a game, have fun. You feel me? Just do what the coach already know you can do. And that's what I'm going to do when I get there. No doubt.
Most definitely. Yeah, I just want to say congratulations. Obviously, most people, their recruiting process kind of picks up and starts when the season ends or closer to the end of the season. But I think that's pretty legit that you already got that set in stone. I think that's major for sure. Earlier in the show, we talked about people that you watched growing up, and you mentioned Rajon Rondo. You're a small guard yourself. Talk to me about like what it's like being a small guard, and what are some things that other small guards gotta have? Like what's some stuff that you gotta have? What sets you apart from other players?
Like you say, your stepping stone for small guards. You gotta be. Everybody want to be different, but you gotta stand out a certain way. What you gonna do? You gotta pick up 94 feet. That's what I did. I picked up 94 feet, played defense, got my teammates involved, didn't turn the ball over, knocked down the open shot. You know, just being a point guard. You ain't got to be a ball handler or just a role player. You got to be an actual point guard. You got to know where everybody at, what's everybody role. You feel me? How to get them open. You know, the right plays to make, because everybody depending on you. So being a smart guard, you got to be the smartest kid on the court, man. And you got to make the best decisions. If you don't, then you ain't going to be able to play at the next level.
Most definitely. For a small guard, it's like, I remember somebody I used to watch, even though I'm kind of the opposite. I'm a bigger guard, but like somebody I used to watch so much, like especially when I played point guard primarily in high school, was Tyler Ulis. Like,
yeah, that man nice.
I used to love watching Tyler Ulis play. Like he did everything you said. He picked up, always played defense, always made the right plays, didn't turn the ball over too much. The jumper was right, was balling in high school, went to Kentucky, did his thing. I just think I wish he was still in the league. That's somebody that I love to watch coming up. If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. Now we're about to get into the last segment of the show. I call it crunch time. We all know what crunch time is. Time where you got to show up, you got to show out. Last couple minutes of the game down the stretch, you got to come through for your team. So just the last couple questions to wrap the show up.
All right.
What's been the biggest obstacle that you had to face to get to this point so far?
I'll say hours in the gym. That obstacle right there, like, I have to have everything. I'm a small guard. I have to be able to do everything right. I'm not 6'4", 6'5" to be able to get those extra chances. You know, small guards, their abilities are limited. So for me I got to be in the gym, work on everything, have everything down pat. So I say that them hours in the gym, bro.
Most definitely. What's been the biggest piece of advice that you ever received?
The biggest piece of advice that I ever received in life is social media is a distraction from greatness. Straight up. He told me that, and then I put my phone down for one summer, man. I went from 150 to 180, straight up. And then that was like one of the biggest goals I think I achieved ever. Social media is a distraction from greatness. I ain't know how to look at it, because he was an older man just telling me, just talking to me. But when I heard him say that, I was like, what? Man, I put my phone down for one whole summer, man. I went from 150 to 180. Biggest advice I ever heard in my life.
Definitely. What's something that a random person wouldn't know about you, but your family, your close friends, people close to you, they know about you?
I'm I'm sensitive as heck, bro. I'm sensitive, bro. Like I just care too much about anybody, strangers, anybody. Like if you come up to me and call me a name, man, I'm like, I ain't gonna cry, but I'm be like, damn, that's how you feel for real. Like I ain't even ready to fight. I ain't ready to buck up at you, talk smack. Man, I'm sensitive, bro. Like, damn, why you coming at me like that? You feel me? I want to be friends with everybody. I like people. You feel me? I like everybody. I'm too friendly. That's what it is. Too friendly, but man, that's it. Just sensitive.
What's one or two quotes that you live by that you take with you, keep you going, get you through your days?
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, man. You know, you gotta stick to the basics. That's the only quote that really just stuck to me, bro. You gotta believe in God. Every step, everywhere you go, you gotta always have faith in God. It don't matter if he not looking at you, if he not like looking down on you at that time, but just know he always got your back. You feel me? And as long as you believe in him, you're gonna go anywhere.
Most definitely. That's major for sure.
So,
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, I'm pro. In 5 years, I'm pro. Ain't no questions asked, man. 5 years from now, I'm pro. I gotta talk it to existence. It ain't cockiness. It ain't none of that. It's more like, you know, you talking to the existence. You talking over with God. It come true. 5 years from now, I'm pro, bro.
What's your why? What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated to just keep striving for greatness?
My mama, bro. My mama, she getting old. I need her to just sit back and just, you know, just watch me on TV, explore the world with me. Come, let's go to Europe and eat turkey and eat gator and rat. Let's just, you feel me? Let's just live. My mama, man. She's my why. My sister, she's my why. My brother, she's my why. My daddy, she's my why. I love my mama, though. For real.
Most definitely. I don't need to be eating no rats, though, cause eat that shit.
But it's like it ain't actually rat. You ain't never had like rat on the stick, grilled with some season. You feel me? It sounds nasty, but you go to Europe and have some rat on the stick with some seasoning on it, but it might be better than the look. It might be better than the look, but for real.
If you could meet and spend a day with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Man. Do I have to give you 3? 3. I'll say my grandma. Why? But she makes some mean mac and cheese. But I just spend one day. I tell everybody to come to her house. So for her to make some mac and cheese, baked beans. I'll fry some chicken for her. You feel me? But I love my grandma, man. For real. My Uncle Rogers. My mama brother. He crazy. He crazy, but he keep a smile on your face. You feel me? If I was any like down, I needed to talk to somebody or just go over there and just chill. Man, that man crazy, man. He'll take a couple shots and he'll just have you rolling, just have a big smile on your face. That's the best thing you can ask for right there. And the third one, man, like my godson Dominic. Right? I love him to death. Right? His name Dominic Armin. He went to BK, and man, that kid was just like just a bright and light. He was like a bright light in my life, man. Like I love talking to him. You feel me? He can hoop. He was gonna go big. He was gonna go pro. But I just love to have him back on this earth one more time, just to play one-on-one with him and just talk with him, just to have that talk that I didn't have. You feel me? Just to hear the last words out of his mouth that I didn't get to hear. And yeah, and he right now out of those 3, he'll be the most important that I want to see.
For sure. R.I.P. to him. Sorry for your loss, bro. Definitely. R.I.P. Last question I ask on every show. Who you think I should have on my show next? Whoever you say, you got to plug me in. You got to help me get them. Who's somebody you think I should have on the show?
Man, you already know, man. You ain't put my dog Brantley on here yet. You already know you got to throw Brad on here. You already know you got to throw Brad on here, bro. I gotta watch that one. That's gonna be funny because that man, Bradley, bro. Put Bradley on the show, bro.
Hey, Brad, flagging, man. Brad, I know you're gonna see this. I'm gonna cut this clip and just send it to you because you've been requested. Stop flagging, Brad. Just come on the show. Come chop it up with me, man.
Come on, bro. Brad, get on the show, but let me hear what you got to say, man.
Right, man. Man, Brad. Yeah, I've been asked Brad to come on the show. He been flagging, but we're gonna get him on here. Brad Douglas, all y'all don't know who talking about. Bradley Douglas. Gshan Aldridge, I really appreciate this. I appreciate you taking the time to do this and mean a lot to me.
Yes, sir.
Is there any last words for anybody that's watching this? Any motivation? Anything you want to leave anybody with?
Man, believe in God. That's the biggest one. Believe in God, be yourself, and play a game, bro. If you're a hooper, just stay true to what you do and be the best you can be.
Most definitely. Wise words. Gshan Aldridge, Santa Fe College, Elizabeth City State University in the future.
Yes, sir.
Again, I want to say thank you. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Man, y'all follow me at 11_G.money on Instagram, man. I'm following everybody back. I'm friendly. I ain't on that Hollywood stuff, man. You follow me, I follow you back, for real.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have all that. I'm gonna have that down below in the description. Gshan Aldridge, again, thank you. I appreciate it. Season 5, episode 3. It's a wrap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show.